Hi guys, I'm Ann Morris. I'm a local birth and postpartum doula in Sarasota, Florida. I'm here with my friend Jennifer Chevis.
Hi everybody, my name is Jen Chevis and I own Lakewood Ranch Lactation. I'm a RN and IBCLC in Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton area. And together we're collaborating and starting our Q&A forum called Beyond the Birth. So we're here today to answer some questions. Ann had pulled a group of mothers on her social.
Yep.
And you had some common questions, and one of the big ones was about milk supply,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, so one of the, most asked questions for an IBCLC would definitely be regarding milk supply. How do I know if my baby is getting enough milk? How do I know if I'm producing enough? And so when I polled you guys, I definitely received that question multiple times. So I would love for you to give us your best answer.
Yeah, so what's interesting about milk supply is there's a lot of consumerism going on right now in our postpartum world. And I feel bad for moms because breastfeeding is supposed to be a very less is more type interaction. And moms need to understand the fundamentals of breastfeeding if they're really going to have a really great milk supply and feel confident about it and have this really great experience with their baby. So it really does always start at birth. They say the amount you stimulate the breast in the first 24 hours creates your milk supply for the first year of life. Which is really cool. Yeah. And so that begins with hand expression. I cannot stress enough for mothers to understand how to hand express. We're going to put some links down below on some great pages on how to do hand expression and some video links on mothers actually doing hand expression. So if you want to see more about that, you're a first-time mother and have never done that, or a mom who's had a baby and just never worked for you, I highly recommend looking at hand expression because some babies can't latch right after birth.
Yeah.
And moms, if you have a hospital birth or a more natural birth in a birth center, there's all different kinds of birthing going on out there right now. But either way, sometimes there's a lot of barriers that can occur and things that can happen. And as the mom's body's shifting, there's a lot of things that can happen. And the breasts kind of become foreign to her. And it's very difficult. What we think is supposed to be so easy in breastfeeding ends up becoming extremely, extremely difficult.
Yeah.
So hand expression, spoon feeding your baby in just the first few days of life. Now take that delicately, only the first few days if you can't get the baby latching. And knowing how to get that milk out, that colostrum, that liquid gold, the milk that we love that has tons of antibodies and very high in calories for a baby's brain growth and help them with that transition in birth. And so again, though, that is that first week when moms are trying to create that milk supply, that's when, Ann having postpartum services is really, really great.
Yeah.
Person to be there for you because moms sometimes feel overwhelmed and they don't have the education, the resources, the know-how, the confidence, all those things that happen after you have a baby. And so, Ann can do that. So,
Yeah.
Ann, tell us some things that you would do to help a mom in that first week as she's trying to create milk supply and or interact with her baby and just feel confident.
Sure, yeah. I would say even in the first hour after giving birth, something that I would encourage moms to do would be definitely skin to skin. Skin to skin contact is so important. It releases a hormone in the mother that helps to relieve stress, and it also helps the baby in turn to regulate their body temperature, helps them to regulate their heart rate,
Yep.
heart rate, and lower their blood sugar. And
Yeah.
so it's so important to do skin to skin immediately. Get as much nourishment as you can, lots of fluids, and get as much rest as you can as well. In that first hour, couple hours.
Yeah, and Anna's going to be there, and she can provide a lot of emotional support. She can help limit some of those barriers that we have as a new mom. You have a lot of maybe phone calls or people coming, maybe thank you cards or foods. She can really help you with household things and help you manage all that. Maybe your husband has to go back to work. Sometimes they don't get a nice leave after a mom has a baby, and he would love to have someone there to help her during that time because she's kind of sleepless still, maybe not really feeling so great. You never know, she may have had a C-section and she just needs that extra care. So Ann can really help navigate that so the mom can constantly be focusing on creating that relationship between mom and baby. That is key in milk supply. Is a very strong start at the breast. We cut the cord, we reattach at the breast, we try to get that hand expression and or latch going right away to help the body. And a lot of moms don't think the milk is there. It's in there, guys. If you do hand expression, it's in there. It's a lot of massaging that does need to happen, but there's a lot of milk. Once the placenta detaches, your cells inside your breast have been preparing your whole pregnancy, and it just starts to release that colostrum. It's the coolest thing ever. It's a miracle, really, just like birth is, right?
Yeah,
it is a miracle, but it is in there, and so we have to be confident. So another piece, though, about milk supply, a lot of moms want to know is, maybe 2-3 weeks down the road, they had milk, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
They're going back to work and their milk supply is dipping. They never really got the milk they wanted, or their baby was hospitalized. They needed to supplement and they needed to give bottles. And there were all these things that happened. Maybe they didn't have the birth that they wanted and there was a lot of interventions that had to occur. Either way, they didn't get off to the right start, and or like I said, they were on a good start and then they lost it. So there are things we can do. There's a lot of myths out there that there's nothing we can do to help milk supply after the first 3 weeks or after the first few weeks. That's not true. I specialize in galactagogue use for moms. I will say consumerism has gotten the best of us. A lot of moms think they need to take these herbals and or lactation cookies or all these different products right from the start of birth. And that is not true. It is absolutely not true. You have to see. It's like having a vaginal birth or C-section. You don't know what your body's going to do. You have to give it that opportunity to show itself, to prove itself. And you have to understand that milk supply is like a snowball effect. It starts off with this tiny amount and then it builds each day. So the more you remove, the more you make. So frequency is key. Yeah. Very, very frequent removal. Again now, so we go 3 weeks in advance, you had the milk and it's not there. We're going to go back to basics. I can educate you. I can help you. Nourish your body with the right things to help with cellular turnover and or hormonal response. There are a lot of great things out there that are more natural and homeopathic. And then I do have resources for medications. And I know physicians that can help you if that's something you need. So, and I help moms with that whole transition piece as well. And that's where having a lactation expert is really key in helping moms with milk supply. So if you need us, please contact us. Again, our business page, everything's on our social, which we're on right now. So getting used to this whole idea. And we will be back with more questions at Beyond the Birth.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to us today.
Yeah.